It's time. This man writes on the Marina Times website, also in the paper, the Marina Times, which is all over town. You can see his stuff across social media. He covers music. He covers movies. He covers television, streaming. He's amazing. He really is. He likes the funky Danish subtitled thing, the Korean subtitled thing, and then he likes the big Marvel movies, too. He's a true comic book nerd. He's one of a kind. And we have him on our show. And he comes and goes on a rainbow. He is the great Michael Snyder, Culture Blaster. Michael Snyder, I want to welcome you to our show. Thank you for being here.
Happy Cinco de Mayo to everybody. And, the Cinco de Mayo philosophy seems to be drinko till hio. Ay caramba.
Seems to be working there.
There's a reason to be drinking today. The Dubs crushed the Lake Show last night at Chase Center.
Yeah.
Too early to get too excited, but Clay, who slayed last night, is going back to L.A., his boyhood home, with the intent to make a statement. He wants to honor Kobe by crushing Kobe's team, the Lakers. 8 3-pointers last night from Clay. And then there's Steph. What can you say about Steph? And Kerr and the coaching staff who came up with a way to neutralize Anthony Davis. By the way, was almost bad mojo having a guy named Anthony Davis on your show this week.
I know, we did
Mark.
have it. That was the British guy. Yeah,
I know. I know you've been going coronation crazy this week, Mark.
That's
so
true.
I know you'll appreciate this inside info about the royal banquet.
Oh.
I hear that King Charles, he of the Dumbo ears, has requested a bowl of peanuts at his table and will be shelling them himself with his trunk.
How dare you,
That's
the
very
royal?
nice.
That's really not.
I'm not making inbreeding jokes. Come on.
You laid off the inbreeding jokes
I
to
did.
make the
the
ear joke.
I
and
didn't
the
go so
elephant
far as
joke.
to say that Queen Camilla ordered an assortment of carrots, sugar cubes, and apples.
Oh, my
Noted
God.
horsewoman Queen Camilla.
How dare
My
you?
words upset so many people.
I'm getting upset by his words.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
You should
I
apologize.
need-
My bad.
I
I'm sorry.
gotta change the subject. You know it and I know it. Let's get down to the new movies. It's blockbuster weekend here
Yeah, come
in
on,
America.
Michael Snyder. Tell us what's up.
Okay, you know what they say, Mark? Another quarter, another Marvel movie. It seems like every quarter, maybe 3 a year, I don't know.
You
Anyway,
love your Marvel movies,
I
though.
do.
Tell me about this one.
This time, the new entry in the massive transmedia project known as the Marvel Cinematic Universe is the third and final chapter in director-screenwriter James Gunn's Guardians of the Galaxy trilogy. And in case you don't know anything about the self-appointed Guardians of the Galaxy, they are ragtag interstellar do-gooders who originated in various Marvel comics. And on the big screen, because that's where they've really thrived, they're led by swashbuckling Peter Star-Lord Quill of Earth, played by the everyman Chris Pratt. He's joined by a group of aliens, bickering sisters Gamora, that would be Zoe Saldana's character, and Nebula, Karen Gillan's character. The muscle-bound Drax, the Destroyer, played by former wrestler Dave Bautista. Empath, Mantis, played by Pom Klementif. Living Tree Groot, voiced by that Living Tree Vin Diesel. And the raccoon-like cybernetically enhanced Rocket, who has the voice of Bradley Cooper. Now, these wackadoodles originally teamed up to pull heists, but have since chosen to defend the desperate and the needy across the galaxy. I'm going to try to avoid significant spoilers, but the main thrust of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 involves a quest to save the life of Rocket, who, as stated, looks like a raccoon, but talks, again in Bradley Cooper's best tough guy voice, walks upright, can pilot a ship, shoot a ray gun, and kick butt with the best of them. By the way, one of the great triumphs here is how palpable and real Rocket is on screen. I mean, the technology has gone, through the roof, and you never, for once, doubt that there's a talking raccoon-like creature on the screen.
Tom says cybernetically is a ding word. Palpable, certainly a ding word.
Anyway, over the course of the movie, Rocket's poignant backstory is finally revealed. We find out why he is the way he is, and along the way, they introduce a group of adorable anthropomorphic animals, and the movie's big villain, the High Evolutionary, who is one of the most cruel and sadistic baddies in the MCU. I mean, this guy makes the genocidal Thanos seem like Gandhi. I'm not joking, buddy. We visit the Guardians' new satellite headquarters, where Quill is lamenting his broken romance with Gamora. We spend time with new allies, including, get this, a telepathic Russian space dog named Cosmo with the voice of Maria Bakalova from the second Borat film.
Oh, that's great.
She's
That's
hilarious.
great.
And the mohawked goofball Kraglin, played by Sean Gunn, who is the filmmaker's brother. And we fly to some strange new worlds. There are a couple of capers, of course, and some cool cameos. And we meet the powerful threat of the lab-grown powerhouse Warlock, played by Brit actor Will Poulter. So all the while, the Guardians are bantering in amusing fashion. They're fighting amongst themselves and trying to save the universe. So after 2 Guardians movies, a holiday special, and 3 other interrelated MCU appearances, the cast members fully inhabit their characters and have amazing chemistry with one another. Volume 3 is honestly an all-you-can-eat buffet, and though it might seem a little overstuffed, I thought every dish was tasty. The entire thing is let's continue the food relation here, a banquet of action, humor, heart, and drama. And there are some very timely and worthwhile subtexts at work, most notably about animal rights and genetic experimentation, which speaks to a lot of your interests, Mark.
Yes, sir. I'm glad to hear that.
Well, I absolutely loved it, and I think that Guardians Volume 3 and the previous installments are among the best movies in the so-called superhero genre.
Wow.
You have to have seen the other movies to enjoy this one. Yeah, the first 2 Guardians films. You don't have to see any other MCU stuff. There are a few bits and pieces, plot-wise, that would you'd help knowing them.
The last time I saw, I did see both of them, but the last time when I saw it feels like it was a couple of years ago.
It was, because James Gunn tweeted many years ago some off-color jokes, and Marvel canceled him briefly. Then DC hired him to do The Suicide Squad, which is one of the best of the DC Comics movies.
And they said, what do we do?
And
Let
Marvel
this guy
said,
get away.
oh, no, come back for Volume 3. And in the interim, DC hired him to co-run their movie initiative with Peter Safran. So he's now not going to do any more Marvel stuff. This is the last of his Guardians films. And you got to watch the other 2, and it wouldn't hurt to watch the December Christmas special they did to see how the story advanced, and also to see what happens when 2 of them kidnap Kevin Bacon, the actual actor, as a fictionalized version of himself.
They did this in the Christmas special?
Yeah, from his L.A. home. They kidnap him as a Christmas present for Quill, who loved watching Footloose when he was a kid on Earth. And
that's really great.
Kevin Bacon sings a song. It's a lot of fun.
Now, where is that Christmas special? I want to see
It's on Disney+.
Okay.
It's absolutely enjoyable, and if you watch the first 2 Guardians films, you can then watch this third one, and knowing all the important details plot-wise.
Where can I see? This is only in theaters,
It's
right?
in theaters, and it's a great theatrical experience, and it's longish, but oh my God, I loved it. I had such a good time watching
terrific.
it. Okay, let's change a pace. A cross-cultural romantic comedy from the UK. What's Love Got to Do with It?
Hang on one second. This is not right. You didn't serve up any spoilers at all in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Not per se, no.
No, he didn't. Nick, you're wrong. You know what, Nick? You're a pot stirrer. This is Nick in the chat, and I'm putting you in timeout, Nick. How dare you say that?
There's never been anything like this.
Special. Nick, you're in timeout.
Good day, sir.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't hurt to know that Rocket is in peril.
Yeah.
And
you're an experienced reviewer. Nick, how dare you?
I didn't reveal how things turn out. And now we're getting off track here.
I'm so sorry. And Nick, you're in timeout. It's done. We'll talk to you Monday, maybe.
No, poor Nick.
Anyway.
I like Nick.
I like him too, but he's wrong about this. I'm going to try to avoid spoilers. Drops a spoiler. No, he didn't drop a spoiler.
Yeah, well, we can talk about this after the show.
Okay, you're right. I'm sorry.
Anyway,
Nick,
so
I stand by my ruling.
What's Love got to
black and white, clear as crystal.
Go ahead, Michael.
What's
Please
Love
proceed.
got to do with the treads familiar ground? Okay, the plot wherein best friends who should be together somehow never make the leap. Anyway, the twist in this script is that Zoe is an Anglo-English Rose type and an award-winning documentary director who is unlucky in love. And Kaz is a noble British-born doctor of Pakistani Muslim descent who has decided that he's going to do the traditional thing and agree to an arranged marriage with a proper young lady, thereby making his parents happy. So Kaz and Zoe have lived next door to one another in London since childhood. Oh, is that a spoiler? No. Anyway, and though Zoe thinks the arranged, or as Kaz puts it, assisted marriage puts tradition and convenience over love and free will, and she believes it's a bad idea for her somewhat westernized friend. She won't try to stop him. Instead, she decides to make a documentary about the practice using Kaz's search for a wife with his parents' input as the focus. So this is fairly predictable, although it benefits from having the appealing Lily James of Pam and Tommy, where if you've seen it, you know, she was fantastic and unrecognizable as Pamela Anderson. And she was also in Downton Abbey, where she was the winsome Lady Rose. So she plays Zoe. Lanky Shazad Latif from Star Trek Discovery, where he's an honorable Klingon spy, and Toast of London, which you should really see if you haven't seen it. It's a hilarious sitcom with Matt Berry. Toast of London features Latif as the annoying sound engineer Clem Fandango. It's a running gag that I smile thinking about. Anyway, he plays Kaz, and Emma Thompson in comedic whirlwind mode is Zoe's kind, sometimes inappropriate, Yenta-type single mom. James and Latif have a nice rapport. There's at least one Bollywood dance number and lots of lively music from the Indian subcontinent, although, despite the title, no Tina Turner. Anyway, What's Love Got to Do With It was written by journalist and TV producer Jemima Khan, directed by Shekhar Kapoor. It's a pleasant enough date movie, even if it ultimately treads lightly rather than clearly attack or defend arranged marriages. It's nice. It's not a classic. It's not a world beater, but I enjoyed it, you know, with reservations. It's in theaters. Okay, so
yeah, and winsome is a ding word.
We're on the rom-com tip here, brother.
Yeah.
Compared to Love Again, What's Love Got to Do With It is Dr. Zhivago. I mean, seriously.
I like this movie. I'm so excited.
Based on a German movie from a few years back that was based on a novel, Love Again is a trite update of better rom-coms from the 80s and 90s. Only the technology crucial to the setup brings it into the 21st century, and specifically New York City. So, winsome children's book author and illustrator Mira, played by Priyanka Chopra Jonas of the Citadel miniseries currently on Prime, loses her awesome fiancé to an accident. So heartbroken, she starts texting her innermost thoughts on love and loss to a dead guy's phone number. Her, late boyfriend, fiancé. Sure. Only now the number belongs to newspaper rock critic Rob, played by square-jawed Sam Hugan. Rob is confused but intrigued by the text.
What luck that she
such
would
a
be.
hunk.
I know.
Having lost one, she's got another on the line.
I know. It's
same line.
He's the guy from Outlander who is a heartthrob. I put a little picture of him here in a kilt because.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God! Sure. Yeah. I think that's great.
Right.
Shiver me timbers.
Yeah.
Kimmy. Yeah. Shiver me timbers.
Right.
There is nothing in our history that quite compares to this.
To this, in the sense that he loses the one number, but the number is still good for the
still
other
good.
hunk.
So he's getting these texts, and as it happens, he was just assigned to write a profile of Canadian pop diva Celine Dion, much to his chagrin, because he's not a fan. Still, Celine sings romantic songs, so he asks her for advice about how to meet and woo the woman at the other end of the texts. And yes, Celine is played by Celine Dion.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Mira is, of course, a looker, so when Sam gets a chance to see her, he thinks he's hit the jackpot, but she's also... she's damaged by tragedy. She's attractive and likable, Priyanka, so, you kind of... you understand his interest, but this is bogus from start to finish.
Oh, no.
The drama is forced. The attempts at comedy are feeble.
No.
The whole enterprise is pretty wooden. And, other than that, Love Again is notable for its product placement. Skittles
it's
candy.
It's about as bad as it can possibly get.
Bullet bourbon, and the biggest product placement of all, Celine Dion. And yes, the movie includes some of her songs. All I can say in summation is my heart will go on.
I really
even
wanted
as
you
this
to like
movie,
this one.
even as this movie sinks faster than the Titanic. Oh lordy!
If I'm being honest, it was horrible.
Oh,
it's in
my
theaters.
Gosh!
All right, listen, I gotta basically get serious here briefly.
Okay.
This is something considerably more challenging and visually stunning. The Eight Mountains is a beautifully shot, well-acted Italian drama. And it clocks in at almost 2.5 hours, but I didn't mind the length or the languid pace since it's telling the story of the lifelong friendship, the lifelong friendship between two men. And their 4-decade relationship, with all of its ups and downs, needs room to breathe. It has to breathe. So there's a quiet grace in this account of city boy Pietro from Turin and the bond he forges with mountain boy Bruno when Pietro's family rents a summer home in the Italian Alps and the kids meet. So as the boys grow to adulthood, they, their families, and their friends go through various changes. And all the while, they share screen time with the jagged glory of the Alps from season to season. So the de facto travelogue element of The Eight Mountains is a treat, even as the relationship between Pietro and Bruno is front and center. Although the gorgeous setting and cinematography are almost enough to hold your attention, the performances of Luca Marinelli as Pietro and Alessandro Borghi as Bruno seal the deal. These comrades drift apart and come together over time, but through it all, their connection sustains them. And The Eight Mountains, co-directed and co-written by Charlotte van der Schmitz and Felix von Groningen, also continues to hold your attention. It's just, you've seen some of these beautiful National Geographic travelogues. Spend a couple hours in the Italian Alps, Mark. It's lovely.
With Italians.
With Italian, speaking Italian, with subtitles.
De facto is a ding word. Tom's right about that. Let me just... what is... Champagne Wishes says, it's an Italian Brokeback Mountain?
No. I kept waiting for them to lock lips in it. I don't want to spoil it. I anger more.
Maybe it is, maybe it's not, you're saying?
I'm saying, don't climb the mountain if you don't have the back for it.
Yeah, okay. So that's in theaters?
It's not Brokeback Mountain, and it is in theaters. And
it's not Brokeback Mountain.
If you have a big system at home, it'll eventually be something you can watch there. But again, this is sort of an immersive thing. And it moves at a languid pace. You can ding it again if you want.
I will ding languid again, although I probably should not. I will put my credibility glasses on to review the many offerings that Michael has weighed in on. You just heard The Eight Mountains. He liked it.
Very much.
It's the Italian subtitled offering where, would you say the Italian Alps are a co-star in the film? Yes. Again, it's in theaters with Italian subtitles. Love Again, he said, no.
I'm sorry, Kim. It breaks my heart to tell you this.
Yeah.
But
I'm so disappointed. I mean, the trailer looked really bad. The trailer, but I was hoping against hope that there was something redeeming about this movie.
The other rom-com, Kim, get yourself ready for.
The other rom-com is What's Love Got to Do with It? And
that's a good one.
He said it was okay.
It was okay.
Right.
It's not breaking new ground, and you'll roll your eyes as one does. But
but it's okay. But the real star of today's Culture Blaster appearance is the new Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Michael Snyder loved it. He said it's probably the best of the three.
No, it's better than two. No, it's part and parcel of a whole saga.
Okay, so you don't rank them like that. That's something like a rookie like myself would do. You don't rank them.
No, I don't want to do that. I want to say take it as a whole, buddy.
Take it as a whole. I'm going to check out the Christmas special, which I never saw, before I go see Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Michael, go Dubs.
Go Dubs. Exciting game tomorrow, Saturday, in the late afternoon. We, 5:30ish. Get ready. Put your blue and gold on and get ready.
I love it. You'll see him kicking around the city and all across California, writing, opining. He visits us on Fridays. He comes and goes on a rainbow. Bye, Michael.
Later.
Wow.